YouTube? It's your boy Big Boy John 25. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna do my Aew Fyter Fest Night 1 review and highlights. You guys can do hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, turn on post notifications every time I upload a video, and let's get started. Aew Fyter Fest was a good show. I had lots of fun watching this Aew Fyter Fest. It was a good show. Alright, anyway, Aew Fyter Fest Night 1 opens with the league champion Chris Jericho coming out in Canadian themed jacket of Canada Day and joining the commentary team. MJF comes out with Wardlow and he asks how many times he will have to beat Jungle Boy. He already gave him the best match of his career months ago. So why is this match even happening? It's not because Jurassic Express won a piece of him. It's because the powers at B want to keep him down. But he's MJF. He is the greatest of all time. MJF is the best heel in AEW. So I would say MJF and Wardlow can get a future tag team title shot to face Hangman Adam Page and Kenny Omega for AEW Tag Team Champions. But anyway, MJF and Wardlow versus Jurassic Express. This tag team match was very good. Jungle Boy starts off against MJF and does with a plum boy lands a drop kick that sends MJF to the apron. Jungle Boy attempts the Poison Rana on the apron, but MJF stays on his feet, and Wardlow kicks JB in the face. Wardlow puts Jungle Boy down and slams him into the ring post. Wardlow tags in and keeps beating Jungle Boy, and then MJF tags in again. Jungle Boy starts to rally, but Wardlow distracted the referee, so he missed a tag to Luchasaurus, and MJF pulls Jungle Boy back to his corner and beats him down. Wardlow tags in and slams Jungle Boy, then tags MJF and then look the double team him, but he counters and ducks and jumps over them to tag Luchasaurus. The Dinosaurs drop MJF, then knocks Wardlow to the corner with a pump kick. Luchasaurus clothesline Wardlow and hits MJF in the lame flapjack. Luchasaurus flips under the Wardlow and drops him with a leg sweep. A quick tip send MJF into the corner where Wardlow tags in. Wardlow and Luchasaurus comes forehead into horn, then trade blows until the Dino hits a step up heel kick. Wardlow lands a release suplex, then Luchasaurus slams him on both men are down. MJF and Jungle Boy gets tagged. And Jungle Boy Larry MJF over and out. Then hits two suicide dives on the top. Jungle Boy gets MJF back inside, but Wardlow grabs him by the throat and throws him over the barricade, but he lands on his feet. Jungle Boy hits a insecurity and Luchasaurus hits a toe into him. Back in the ring, Jurassic Express hit a double team cutter, but Wardlow breaks the pin attempt. Wardlow hits the Dino with a Hurricanrana and counters one of Jungle Boy. Wardlow looks for an F10, but Jungle Boy hits a Poison Rana. MJF drops Luchasaurus with kicks. Then the Dino hits Powerbomb. MJF pops right up and super kicks him, and all four men are down. All four men kick up. Luchasaurus takes out Wardlow. Then Jungle Boy jumps off his partner with the Canadian Destroyer to MJF. Jungle Boy jumps at Wardlow on the ramp and attempts a Hurricanrana, but Wardlow holds on. Marco Stunt then leaps at Wardlow and gets caught. Rules be demand in AEW. And then Wardlow throws him into Jungle Boy. MJF drops Luchasaurus with a low blow. Then Wardlow hits a senton bomb for a near fall. Wardlow grabs Luchasaurus and MJF attempts a punch with a diamond ring, but he ducks and MJF almost hits Wardlow. Jungle Boy pulls MJF outside and slams him into the barricade. Jungle Boy hits a springboard tornado DDT to Wardlow. Then Luchasaurus chokeslam him. Wardlow sets up, but Luchasaurus kicks him and hits a moonsault for the win. The winner of the match, Jurassic Express, so they needed this win. But this tag team match was excellent. I really enjoyed this. Commercial break. Next week after Fyter Fest, you can watch the first ever All Elite Wrestling Puppy Battle Royale. I have no idea if this is a real thing, but it's literally dog in a ring. Back from the commercial. Lance Archer is brawling with Joey Janela around the ringside. Sonny Kiss pulls Joey away. AEW Women's Champion Haku Shida versus Penelope Ford. This match was good. I enjoyed this. Before the match, Sabian shoves Aubrey Edwards and got ejected from ringside on his way outside. Sabian took Shida's kendo stick. The bell rings and Shida hits a running knee. She grabs for the Falcon Arrow, but Penelope avoids it. Roll up from 4 earns a 2 count. Then she slides outside to regroup, but Shida hits a baseball slide. Ford slams Shida into the apron, then whips her into the barricade. Shida hits a running knee into a drape Ford on the apron. Back inside the ring, Shida looks for another running knee, but Ford avoids her and kicks the head. Ford slams Shida into the turnbuckle over and over, then hits a springboard back elbow running kick and a German suplex for a 2 count. Ford hits some of the worst mountain punches ever seen as we head to the break. Commercial break. Back live, and Ford is still in charge with Shida in a camel clutch. The champion fights out but gets hit with a DDT for a 2 count. Ford and Shida exchange shots, but Penelope drops the champ with a pump kick. A handspring stunner attempt from Ford, but she gets caught in a sleeper by Shida. Shida used a backbreaker on Ford, then another to earn a 2 count. Shida hits a Falcon Arrow, but Ford rolls her up for a near fall. Shida goes up top and leaves a missile dropkick, but Ford does a matrix reversal, then hits a stunner for another near fall. Penelope goes out and grabs the women's champion. Aubrey goes out to stop her, but Kip Sabian runs back down and swings the candlestick but misses, and Shida hits him with it. Ford runs back in and hits the handspring stunner, but Shida kicks out. Ford goes up top and jumps, but nobody home. Shida hits the Falcon Arrow, but Ford kicks out. Shida hits a running knee and retains her title. The winner of the match, Haku Shida. This was a good match. I really enjoyed this. I didn't complain about this match, but I enjoyed it. Taz does a promo in which he explains that Moxley won't be able to hit the Pentagon shift on Brian Cage because how muscular he is. Back to commercial. TNT champion Cody with Warren Anderson with Jake Hager. Didn't complain about this match either. Alright, this championship match gets on the way. They lock up with Hager forcing Cody to the corner. Cody grabs a wrist lock, but Hager shots him off and Cody hits a shoulder tackle. Cody swings and kicks, but Hager grabs it and shoves him backwards. Cody sits in the corner and looks annoyed. Cody takes a headlock, but Hager lifts him and slams him into the turnbuckles. Cody lands a right hand, but Hager turns the tables and punches him repeatedly. Cody rolls up Hager, but the big man reverses into an ankle lock. Cody counters into the ankle lock of his own, but Hager kicks him off, and they stare at a stare down. Arn Anderson talks trash to Hager, who gets out of the ring and walks towards him, but Cody hits a springboard splash over the ropes and wipes him out. Back inside the ring, Cody attempts a crossbody but gets caught. Cody hits a drop toe and applies a leg lock, then turns into a figure four. Hager breaks a free but eats a disaster kick. Cody attempts a second, but Hager catches him and slams him. Cody rolls outside and Hager goes after. Hager shoves Arn Anderson into the railing, then hits Cody with a German suplex on the floor. Commercial break. Back from the break, and Hager is beating Cody around the ring. The action spills outside again, and Arn Anderson involved himself, allowing Cody to shove Hager into the ring post. But back inside, Hager takes a sleeper, and Cody flips off. But the buckles gets a sloppy roll for a 2 count, and Hager goes back to the sleeper. Cody hits a jawbreaker, to get free. Then hits a springboard cutter. Cody takes the weight belt off and hits a pump kick, drop down uppercut. Then a high angle power slam for a 2 count. Hager hits a Vader bomb for a 2 count, and then hits a bell across the ring. Hager attempts another Vader bomb, but Cody kicks him and hits a reversal DDT for a near fall. Cody goes up top, but Hager jumps up and hits him with the underhook throw off the top for a near fall. Hager takes an ankle lock, but Cody gets to the ropes. Hager's wife slaps Cody, and her man goes back into the ankle lock. Arn gets on the apron for a distraction, and out comes Dustin to punch Hager. Cody looks for the crossroads, but Hager grabs him with the arm triangle. Cody floats over and rolls him up for the win. The winner of the match is still TNT champion Cody. This match was phenomenal. Hager thinks he has won, and when he realizes he hasn't, he punches the referee. Officials run down to check on the referee as Hager leaves with his wife. We get another video from Darby Allin, which amounts to him skateboarding while on fire and drop kicking his friends. I have no idea what these videos do to get Darby over. Back to commercial. Orange Cassidy comes out with a chair and walks over to Chris Jericho at the announcer table. Cassidy sits at the announcer table with them but doesn't speak. Santana Ortiz versus Private Party with Matt Hardy. Alright, this match was pretty good. The match starts with Santana and Isaiah, and the former gives the later a free shot. Isaiah slaps him, and Santana no-sells it. Santana knocks outside, then Ortiz knocks off the apron. Isaiah runs off the back of Quinn to hit a poetry in motion over the top into them on the floor. Quinn tags in and rolls up Santana for a quick 2, tagging Cassidy and again, who punches Santana, but gets chopped hard. Santana prevents a springboard from Cassidy and powerbomb him. Ortiz tags in with a DDT, then Santana hits a German suplex. Ortiz applies the octopus stress on Cassidy, then releases himself and slaps him. Commercial break. We return to find Ortiz beating Cassidy in the ring. Ortiz applies a gory special to Cassidy. Santana tags him and chops him while he's in the move. Cassidy makes a tag and Quinn forearms Santana over and over. Quinn hits a springboard stunner to Ortiz on the apron, then flips over Santana and dives into both men on the floor. Ortiz is on the top rope, but Santana prevents Private Party from double teaming him. Ortiz kicks Santana backwards into a cutter. Then Santana powerbombs Quinn and then hits a double team cannonball in the corner. Santana grabs the sock, but Matt Hardy takes it from him. Santana super kicks Quinn and Ortiz comes in. Then look for a street sweeper, but Cassidy knocks Ortiz outside and then hits Gin and Juice for the win. The winners of the match, Private Party. This match was pretty good. Jericho yells at Orange Cassidy, then runs at him before he can do anything. They both restrained it. Chris Jericho screams at Orange Cassidy, but he just walks off. Commercial break. Hangman Page and Omega are interviewed backstage, and they said they respect like best friends, but they just continue to beat every team that's puts in front of them, and tonight will be no different. We see the card for next week's Fyter Fest. The week after that will be Fight for the Fallen, but I don't think they said it would be a pay-per-view or just a theme Dynamite like this. Taz comes out with Brian Cage and says that next week's main event has been postponed. Moxley will not face Cage at Fight for the Fallen in 2 weeks. Taz says they're not mad, they're happy to wait. He says Moxley is at home pretending he has the coronavirus, even though he's tested negative twice. Moxley has a case of something something. The chicken, Mox is afraid of the machine because he will beat his brains and takes the title from his dumb, July 15th. Fight for the Fallen. Commercial break. AEW Tag Team Champions Kenny Omega and Hangman Adam Page versus Best Friends. This match was very good. I had lots of fun watching this match. The main event gets underway with Chuck and Kenny. They lock up and Kenny shots Chuck off. Omega attempts a V trigger, but Chuck avoids it. Omega flips over Taylor and they exchange reversals, then makes tag to Trent and Page. They lock up and Page takes a headlock. Trent shots him off and Page hits a shoulder, but Trent stays right up. Page punches him and Trent punches back. Then Hangman lands a repeated forearms. Trent hits a back suplex and tags Chuck to hit a double team shoulder tackle. Chuck hits a suplex for a quick 2 count. Then force Page to the corner and tags Trent. Page counters them and suplex Chuck into Trent. Tag in Omega and hits a backbreaker for Trent for a 2 count. Tag to Page. Kid Taro Crusher from Omega and a shooting star press from Page earns a 2 count. FTR comes out with a cooler and beach seats to watch the match. Commercial. Back from the break and Page has Trent in a submission on the mat. Trent fights up with some chops but gets Irish whip hard into the buckle and hits with a lariat. Whoever wins this match will have to defend the titles against Private Party next week. Chuck helps Trent avoid another hard whip and Trent drops Adam to make a tag. Chuck knocks both Page and Omega to the floor and dives over the ropes into them. Page is whipped into the barricade. Then Trent hits Kenny with a suicide dive and Chuck belly to belly him into Page sitting against the barricade. Back inside the ring, the Best Friends team against Page, but Hangman knocks Taylor out and hits Trent with a follow-away slam. Dive over the ropes into Chuck, then hits Trent with a huge lariat. Omega tags in with a stiff missile dropkick to the back of Trent, then hits a fisherman buster for a near fall. Fireman slam from Omega, but Trent counters the moonsault. Trent hits a running knee and tags Chuck for a spike DDT in a near fall. Omega hits with a big knee from Chuck but comes back with a snapdragon suplex. Trent tags in and he eats the dragon. Also, another suplex to Chuck, leaving Best Friends in the same corner. Page tags in and hits a running forearm. Omega throws Chuck into a German suplex. Page then hits a powerbomb to Trent and Kenny hits a knee to the back for a near fall. The champions look for the last call, but Trent avoids it, and Chuck comes back to hit strong zero. Omega breaks the count and then eats a powerbomb from Chuck that absolutely spikes him. A hug from the Best Friends lead to a kick from Page that knocks Chuck out. 2 rolling forearms to Trent, but rolls up almost earned Trent the titles. Hangman hits the dead eye, but Trent kicks out. But the buckshot Larry wins the match. The winners of the match are still your AEW Tag Team Champions, Hangman Adam Page and Kenny Omega. This match was fantastic. After the match, FTR walks down to the ring and gave beers to give beers to both Omega and Page. Kenny doesn't drink through, instead he pours it out. Cash and Dax aren't happy, but the Bucks run down to get between them. And that is it for night 1 of AEW Fyter Fest. Let us know what your thoughts of the show, and be sure to check out results for NXT Great American Bash Night 1. Until next time, stay safe. This AEW Fyter Fest Night 1 was excellent. I had lots of fun watching the show. But anyway, let me know down below in the comment section what you guys think of AEW Fyter Fest. This show was very good. I enjoyed this. If you guys like it, like AEW Fyter Fest Night 1, make sure you guys give this video a big thumbs up. Comment down below. Subscribe to my channel if you're new. I will leave my Twitter, my Instagram, and TikTok down below in the description, man. I'm coming for that 3K. So 3K is on the way, and my TikTok is blowing up. So follow me on TikTok. I'll be BoyJohn25. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitter. I'm expecting at least 200 followers. If I get 200 followers on Twitter, I'll give everybody a shout out. So that's all I gotta say. But this your boy, BoyJohn25. You guys have a great night. I will see you guys in the next video. BigBoyJohn25, and I'm out of here.